Hello everyone and welcome to today's topic of the day. I am student leader Saachi Tyagi and today I will be sharing with you the story of one of our favorite gods, Krishna, and how he defeated the multi-headed snake, Kaliya. Now, I assume that we've all heard of Krishna before or at least seen him. Either you've seen him at the temples at Balavihar or even at your own house, or you've sung his names in bhajans or prayers. He's the god of compassion, tenderness, and love. He's one of the most popular and loved gods in Hinduism, and it's easy to see why. Often, we see him as a cute little baby who loves butter and even steals it. It can be hard to remember that he's also the 8th avatar of Vishnu and incredibly powerful. This story shows that one should not mess with Krishna, even when he was a little kid. If you know anything about Krishna, you might remember that he was raised in a town called Vrindavan. And by Vrindavan, there was a river called the Yamuna River. If you go to India today, you can still see the Yamuna River. By the banks of the Yamuna River is where Krishna would sit and play his flute. He would also play with all of his friends. Here they would come up with mischievous pranks, and also they would play many games. One of these many games they liked to play was play with a ball and toss it back and forth. Similarly, one day, all the boys were playing with the ball and tossing it back and forth. Suddenly, when one boy threw it, it rolled into the river. All the boys were scared to go get it because they heard rumors that there was a giant, poisonous snake with many heads living in it. But Krishna was not scared at all. The lake had been so poisoned because of the snake that there was fish that were dead and no one could drink from it. Krishna's friends told him not to go into the lake because it was very dangerous. But Krishna knew that if he wanted to get his ball back and if he wanted his town to be safe, he had to go and defeat the snake. Krishna swam through the bottom of the ocean hoping to find Kaliya, but it did not take him long because Kaliya found him first. Kaliya was furious that Krishna had stepped foot in his river, and he decided to attack him with all of his heads and all of his tails. However, Krishna was faster than the snake. He started jumping and stomping on Kaliya's head, and even started dancing with pure joy. Everyone from Vrindavan stood on the banks of the river to see what was happening. They saw that Krishna was defeating the snake just by dancing on him. One of these people was his mother Yashoda. Even though Krishna was a god, Yashoda was scared that he was going to get hurt, just like any other mother would be. Even though Kaliya was strong and powerful, even he could not handle the weight of Krishna's feet on his head, and he started coughing and all of his poison came out of his mouth. Eventually, the wives of Kaliya had to come and ask Krishna to stop hurting their husband, and even Kaliya stopped and apologized to Krishna and said, "I'm sorry and I will leave the river Yamuna forever." Since Kaliya had no more poison left in him, Krishna decided that he could not hurt anyone any longer and let him go. Everyone in the town of Vrindavan was very happy because now they could drink and play in the Yamuna River, just like they had done before. After this, Vrindavan will face many more problems and even monsters. But Krishna will always be there to protect and save them. So now that our story has come to an end, I want everyone to stop, pause the video, and think, what was the lesson of this story that I just told you? Obviously, there are many different lessons, including good always overcomes evil. But another one that I like is no matter how small you are, you can always overcome obstacles. Krishna was just a little kid, and yes, he did have superpowers, but that doesn't change the fact that he was brave enough to defeat Kaliya. So for all the little kids watching, you can be just like Krishna too. Thank you for watching my topic of the day. I hope everyone learned something and enjoyed this presentation.